What's up everybody, Foots here. Let's get caught up on Valkyrie today, but first things first. This shirt reveal is brought to you by Sentoki. Probably the coolest shirt ever. You're the best, Sentoki. I know it's been so long since a regular update video, I don't even want to see when the last one was, but let's just get into all the new stuff. Let's go to summons first, since we still have some pretty big banners going on. You get a daily free Brunhild summon, with a chance to see regular Sangrid. Like normal freebie summons, there's no rates, so that means they're low. But you do guarantee get to see one every day, even though it's kind of silly that they just released Silver Valkyrie Brunhild and the free farmable hero souls, and now everyone has her gold, but they're gonna keep getting more copies when they don't need her anymore. Anyway, I mean, this would have been a great time to release gold frame for regular Brunhild and maybe give her a second awakening, but no, we didn't do that either. Anyway, enjoy your Brunhilds, I'm sure you'll get a few. Premium Valentine Party 1 is leaving today. It had really great boxes on early steps. 2 selected at 0.2%. It was a pretty good banner. I didn't push it more on the main because I switched to Knos. Valentine Asterism is leaving us today as well. Say goodbye to the true love Ruiz de Gisa. Her kit was pretty stacked, but her action skill has the most crazy all-ally component. Good for you if you got her. I'm sure she will become used in some niche new PvE. Huge damage that ignores everything. Nasty debuffs and stuff. Should be good. As for the 3 current banners, we have our Thrilling Summon with Knos. This is a really cool system. They're back to the step 5 guarantee, but it's because the hero's power is so much based off of the skills that they get during red framing. Once I saw how good she was going to be, I stopped on altar boxes and switched over to here's until I was sure I was going to get her. And I did, even free to play. Through good event farming and some diamond handout, it was manageable. And there's still a week on her left. There's a lot to unpack in her kit, so if you didn't understand what was going on, she gains certain abilities at red frames. I won't go through every specific, but by the end of golding her, the stack up to all ally is for 3 turns. The 2 allies with highest attack gain an extra embolden. At purple, they're just attack up, but by the end of it, you're getting emboldened for 3 turns. It gets added in at 2 turns initially, and then at gold, it makes both emboldens 3 turns. And then her shreds on the 3 front enemy hit go from 20 to 30%. So there's a lot going on in her kit. She's really busted. They gave her high gravity, orbital Trinity, and you only get to skill level 6 once you get her to gold. 40% up to airborne for 2 allies is crazy for just being present in the party. Elemental Chain All, this is something new as well. A nice opener shred with Solidarity rate up. And then the Eternal Crusher, which is for the new EX Freya group. Knos will be extremely good for your account going forward for EX Freya and a lot of other content, so do try to grab her if that's manageable on your account. Premium Valentine Party 2 banner, they brought back the Honey Sweet Fatma and the Berry Sweet Rads. If you missed those, you can go for them now, even though Honey Sweet Fatma is not as busted as she once was at the beginning. They've since fixed her and she's no longer a PvP meta-breaking mess. I skipped on this one just because I don't think it's as good. It is too at 0.2%, but I didn't need them as much as other things. I need altars a lot more. I still need Elson on the main. And finally, for summons, we have our brand new Raffle. I've already seen and heard of a bunch of people getting her, and I have never still had luck with Raffles. I have not gotten a single Raffle unit up until this point. I've already pulled on her a couple times. I don't get lucky on these. I hate how they're putting this new elemental ripple on heroes that are walled behind the Raffle. It's really upsetting. This Cool Beauty Brune is going to be insane for new Earth contents. Flame Ripple, Agitation Earth, and flat damage up to Earth. It's just so good. She has Lost Field herself, and then she covers Grounded and Therian 25. That's pretty good coverage. Good luck to you when pulling. Hopefully you get her. And this time, they've unfortunately made it so you kind of have to pull if you want the unicoins. Because with the unicoins, we'll get this next hero. Which leads us to the Make Way for the Crimson Beast event, and our new hero, the Horn Beast Uni. She's also going to be very strong, but guess what? You have to pull Raffle to get her unless you wait and get your free daily missions for the whole event. So we've got a Horn Beast Uni challenge right now, and you get 12 of these unicoins a day from the challenges. Now, it's already been 2 or 3 days on the event. Depending how many times you pull on the Raffle banner will determine when you get Uni. Albeit, I've done some rough math, and I do think you can get Uni by the end of the event period if you don't pull on the Raffle at all. But you'll pretty much just be able to get her and then be able to R1 her and probably not get the gear or the stamp. So if you need any of that, you're going to have to pull on the Raffle. If you want to gold her for free, you got to be sure you buy out all the boost potion here. I say for free, but it ain't free. You're spending diamonds on Raffle to get these coins. This event does really come through in other aspects of an account because they bring back all of the other special heroes like you see Mimutier and Tieva. They've brought back their 2 event scenarios as well as 3 very historical aged ones. But you can still get the hero through all these. So if you're a newer account, haven't seen this event in 3 or 4 years, you can grab these heroes for free pretty much. Just disclaimer notes here, the Raging Spirit for Susanoo O, you have to get him to a 4-star by the end of this. And if you didn't have Norn, you at least have to get her to 3-star from Through the Sky. So keep that in mind. Just crank through them. I know they're 10 chapter scenarios on 3 difficulties. It's a lot of clicking and load screens. It's not really fun. If you have to do them now in 2024, unfortunately, it's just content that's just click and wait. So you do get some diamonds and you get the backlog of heroes, which is really nice in my opinion. Now that I'm playing multiple accounts, it's nice to pick up some of these that they missed along the way. Here's our full art for Uni, and they had to go as risque as possible with them thighs. Good lord. But she's pretty cute overall. I like her. Okay, we've gotten through the banners at this point, so let's go over the other stuff. We just passed World Raid Summon. There was a new Flame Cloak. Hopefully you grabbed one. They also had the Dormant Justice as backup. The rates weren't that great, but they were better than the brush, at least. And look at this, Dread Arbor. They actually have a Dread raid back, like they promised us they would bring back into regular rotation a long time ago, and then never did. The normal and even harder difficulties of this should be pretty much soloable. There is a mode to solo all of them. So if you want to farm these out, these artifacts are going to be really good. They have the Aqua Drive support. So if you're missing your clears on Arba or Aner, then you can really help your team out by giving you that drive support here. Only 3 days left on the Dread Arbor, and as well as the new RCB, which I haven't checked out yet. Acer, Therian, Celestial. Let's see what we're looking at here. Looks like a pretty typical lineup here. A lot of new meta and strong power here. Not much room for the weak units anymore. If you've been following the channel along, know that from the special challenges, the best hero I think is Savior Berry. You use him all the time. Like, he's on your core for so much. The best Odd Souls purchase is 100% Kitora. I hope you've invested 150 to grab Kitora at this point. It's the best thing you can do with your Odd Souls. You'll use Kitora pretty much for everything. You can see right here. And remember, to get your lift, all you need to do is farm through 4 major events. Each event is going to have 8 Interstice crystals that are purchasable from the event shop for 1,000 each. If you can go through 4 events where you farm 8,000 currency, you get your 32 initial Interstice crystals to buy the lift at a 1-star for 30. And like I said, just because Knos is so strong at a step 5 guarantee, a lot of people are going to have her, and now she's going to be on ranked for a lot of stuff, even if she's a fire unit for water stuff. All right, not too much else exciting there. Let's check out the gear that we're working for. It's a Thunder Chain Resist accessory, and I think these are going to scale like the other Frostburn ones that have come out and that only end up at 60%, which is kind of a letdown, but you're going to need it still. All right, and lastly, of the newest big events, we have a new permanent feature called the Labyrinth of Affinity. And no, although the name suggests it has something to do with leveling your hero's affinity, as far as I'm aware, there's no relation. This is its own mode where all the gear and skills used is just for that mode. It's not going to affect your hero in the rest of the game. We finally have an 8th thing over here, so our little section is filled out nicely. So all in all, first impressions, it's okay. I mean, you're going to select a hero, you're going to do whoever you want, really. There's a couple main ones to do. For the challenge, you want to come down to the challenges here and see what heroes they want you to use, which is Skald, Loki, and Queen Hel. So it looks to be about 1,100 diamonds for this 5 challenges, and you just have to clear it a couple times, and then with 3 specific units. I won't go too much into it, but when you start, you pick your hero, you get 1 passive skill. They're not going to have their normal kit. You got to pick one. You get to pick from one that they already have. So we're going to pick, I guess, Toughness Acceleration here. Although eventually, once you get to the floors 25 through 30 later on, you will need some field resistances. It's hard to plan for what you need. So when you come through, it'll look like this. You'll only have the 1 passive that you started off with, but you'll go through battles, and every battle you'll get rewarded with either a passive choice, an accessory choice, or a weapon choice, and then you fill out your equipment, you get stronger, and you keep running through. Not too crazy. I'm not going to spend more time on it because it's really only about 1,100 diamonds per cycle right now, and we're not really sure what other point is going to come from this other than flexing on that you got the highest score for some random hero. A random note about the trader this time: these gear vouchers can be hit and miss. Your account might find some use for these gear vouchers. The blue ones in particular, you can grab a Reforged Rune Knife or ring just from 150 currency. That's not bad. You can get 4 of them for 4 tickets. If you're struggling with Reforged Rune gear, that's an option right there. Otherwise, there's just a lot to do in Valkyrie right now. Look at this events page. I've never scrolled more. They have so much. They have every single EX group open for another 8 days, as well as the Erd and the Freya groups. There's not much to go over with the Freya group right now. Eternal Compassion Freya does look really good though. Only while Purgus is out for now. You'll definitely want the counter hero for these. The Pulverize is going to be really important. Once I got Knos to R1, I was able to push the S1. I'm still trying on the S2. I'll do some rework on the team. For now, this is what I'm working with. I've gone through other things on the way up. I've tried Loader. I've tried Flame Spiritualist for Rosa. We're going to work with this to push S2, I think. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I'll keep on keeping on. The Valkyrie farm never stops. More Valkyrie content on the way. Gonna have to update PvP tier list at some point soon. Hopefully you're enjoying the content and are looking forward to some of the other projects that I've got cooking. But until next time, everybody, Foots out. Cheers.